Hey everyone, welcome to the 2023 gift guide for artists. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Irit. I'm an intuitive artist based in Austria in Europe, and on my channel I share all my artsy adventures. Today I want to share with you some of my personal recommendations for gifts that you can either put on your wish list if you are an artist or gift to your loved ones. So feel free to send this video to your, partners in crime, the ones that buy you gifts. I will leave below all the links to everything. And I want to mention that everything I talk about in this video, with the exception of a few things that I specifically say are on my wish list and I haven't personally tried, are products that I am very, very familiar with. And so I feel very comfortable recommending them. I hope you will enjoy. I will also link below previous year's gift guides, which are just as relevant and just have a ton more suggestions. So check those out as well. Let's get started. Okay, let's take a look at the website of Choosing Keeping. This is a beautiful shop in the UK. I was actually very fortunate to be in the shop physically in London, and I highly recommend it if you're in the neighborhood. And they have beautiful things, but I'm focusing on art supplies. So if you go to the art section, if you go to watercolor and paint, you're in trouble. And I just think they really curate such beautiful range. What I want to recommend from personal experience are these Japanese watercolor sets. Really, depending on your budget, you can choose like smaller sets, or I don't even know if they have like a gift card here. Maybe you could just give someone a gift card. What I can also tell you is that they wrap everything beautifully. So this is whether you're in Europe or in North America. Probably if you're fast, probably you can still get things before Christmas. These are so beautiful, so I highly recommend that. But if you go here, there is just so many beautiful things. I mean, look at this. Watercolor paint brushes, and this one, travel paint brushes. Really just lovely things, quite unique. And I also want to say that I have their composition notebooks, and those are beautiful. So you can grab one. I wouldn't say these are for watercolor, but if you're just like, you want a really beautiful composition ledger, I mean, look at these, so pretty, quite expensive, but these are beautiful. If you have the budget and you have someone in your life that appreciates and really loves stationery, which is someone like me for my whole life, this is very exciting stuff. Let's take a look at the Jackson's website. They have a very wide range, and probably a lot of what you can find here you can also find at Blix. So if you're in North America, if possible, I usually recommend to shop more local because it will save you on shipping and customs. But I just want to highlight some of my personal favorites. And if you want a beautiful set of French watercolors, then this set of the 24 half pans is amazing. The color range is standard with a twist, I would say. You have a huge variety of colors here. You will maybe, you will need to add to this, maybe like a turquoise, like a cobalt turquoise or something, or a cobalt violet. But other than that, it's a fantastic range of colors. Plus, there are just a few colors that Sennelier added here that I just think it makes it a little bit kind of more exciting than the regular 24 half pan sets, which every brand makes, and they tend to be a little bit boring. It is a necessity when you're starting with watercolors to just, have the basics, have good selection of primary, secondary colors. But I feel like this set, besides the beautiful quality of Sennelier watercolors, and the fact that, you know, they are so beautiful for glazing, and just to work with that, the consistency is lovely. I just feel their color choice, there's something about the French brands. The color choices are just, I don't know, a little bit elevated, a little bit more special, a little bit more attractive. And so, you know, if you have a friend that loves all things French, then, and, you know, either is starting with watercolors, or maybe they just have more like student grade supplies, this would be such a beautiful gift. If you have like a child that is serious about art and you really want to give them something special, in my opinion, this is one of those things that is, on one hand, amazing quality and incredibly useful, but on the other, still very kind of special. And, you know, especially if you're not in France, then it feels a little bit more exotic. So this would be my recommendation. They have quite a few sets. I think this one is the most user-friendly and just kind of well-rounded. They have another kind of famous set. This is from Billy Schawel. Sorry if I mispronounced her name. She's a very, very well-known, I just want to mention this. She's a very, very well-known floral artist. You know, one of those artists that make these like hyper-realistic florals. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. And this is her set that she curated. And if you have someone, again, that loves, you know, European things, French things, and is also very into kind of botanical painting, this is beautiful. This, as you can see, I think the color selection here is very intentional and clever. And you can see you have quite a few yellows, a couple of like reds, and then you have a beautiful selection of blues and kind of pinks and purples. So this will allow you to really mix kind of everything, and especially create those special shades of green that you can really customize. There are no greens here, and I love it for a botanical set. I feel green is one of these areas that it's very hard to find great greens, in my opinion, in kind of standard sets. And so I actually really love the fact that she didn't include it in this set. And I do think it's something a bit special. As I said, the 24 half pans to me is a more well-rounded set that would kind of fit anyone in their first years of painting with watercolors. This one is slightly more specialized, I say, with that botanical emphasis. Look, there are a ton of excellent brands here. I mean, you know, you have Holbein, I love them. Talents, also fantastic. Schmincke, also great. And as you can see, everything is now on promotion. I'm assuming that it's the same over in North America and the US. So shop around because you can save a lot of money. Look for the best sale. But what I want to show you, the Aquarius watercolor paints. This is a Polish brand that is doing amazing work with their watercolors. They are very affordable, and most of the sets, I mean, you can see here they have a few of these tins of urban sketching, which I saw some good reviews on these, so definitely something to consider if you have someone in your world that is into urban sketching. You can see there's a 12, like this set here. These are 12 sets. It kind of reminds me of the you know, super mixable ultimate mixing set from Daniel Smith. Just like looking at the colors here, that set by Daniel Smith I think has 24 colors. This is only 12, but that makes it definitely more travel friendly to have a smaller set. And these are not my colors, but I think for someone who likes to sketch on the go, this could be a great choice. They have, what I like about their range is that they have these curated sets, and this one is probably my favorite. The what are you called? This one, the Pasqualino Fracasso set of 24. So this costs, as you can see here, 74 pounds. Let's see how much that is in euros. Now let's do dollars, because that's what most of you are familiar with. So where are you? This one. So this set, it doesn't show here swatches of the colors, but I love the color range here. The disadvantage to me is the cardboard box. But what is true about the Aquarius watercolors, and this costs you $96. So the price is actually similar to the Sennelier set, which does come in a metal tin, but that set is half pans. Here you have full pans, so you're getting at least twice the amount of paint. So I would say if you're someone, or you have, let's say, a child or someone in your world, or you yourself, you paint a lot, these and Aquarius in general is a very, very economical choice, and the quality is beautiful. And they have all these like curated sets by different artists, which I love. I mean, let's take a look at this. This is interesting. So this to me is like really, really big, and I don't like these huge metal tins. But if you just want like a lot of paint, a lot of bang for your buck, I mean, look at this. You get 28 full pans for $120. This is like a lot of paint. And then you have the wooden box. I'm not a fan of these wooden boxes, but it is a very beautiful way of presenting a gift. And what is nice about this box, that it actually has a mixing space, so that is definitely good, but this will take a lot of space on your table, so take that under consideration. The colors look beautiful. How much does it cost? 180. You get 36 full pans. That is still a very, very good price for what you're getting. You're getting a ton of paint in beautiful quality and this lovely box. So this would also be a lovely present for someone. And then we have, I do want to mention, we have Schmincke. Schmincke is, in my opinion, with the exception of their super granulating sets, which I think the formulation is not perfection, but besides those, I think Schmincke has the most consistent, high quality performance on all of their paints. And they also have sets. These are German. If you're in Europe, this is a good choice. If you're outside of Europe, this is really, really expensive. And I would get this only if you have someone in your world that really would appreciate, I don't know, German engineering. These paints are beautiful, but they have a very high price tag. And yeah, I'm giving you the facts. You can make decisions, make your own informed decision. The quality is fantastic. I would say if I had someone special in my world and I had the budget, like not unlimited budget, but I had this like really amazing budget and I wanted to give someone something really special, then I would consider getting something like this. What I like about this set, the 36 set, is that you have an empty row, so you can add colors as you explore, your style more. This set costs over $200. And then there is also the 48 set, which you can see it's full. So you get 48 half pans, and this costs almost $300. Now, I have to say, this is quite a bit of paint. The quality is kind of as good as it gets in the watercolor world. There are other brands that also have very, very high quality paint. So this is one of them. And if you buy someone such a set, they will love you forever. But also, you can't buy love, but I don't know, Schmincke paint, like such a set, it will get you some love, and this will last for years. And the nice thing about all of these brands that I'm mentioning is that all of these paints are available open stock. So once you round out of a single color, you can replenish it and buy even a tube if you find yourself using a lot of it. Tubes in general are more economical than pans. So I just wanted to mention it because I'm not your bank and I won't judge you if you buy such a set. I will be super happy for you or for whoever got this set. So those are my highlights in the watercolor department. My next recommendation is a set of Caran d'Ache's Neocolor 1 or 2. These are wax pastels. In my opinion and my experience, they are the best on the market of their kind, bar none, I would say. Write me in the comments if you have a competitor. I would love to know. And I also think they are the most user-friendly and mess-friendly, or, you know, not so messy crayons, pastels out there. There are other kinds of pastels that many artists love and enjoy, such as oil pastels, such as like these more chalky pastels, soft pastels. All of those are wonderful, but they are messy and you need extra products to actually be able to like work with them. You have to have like fixatives. It's just a little bit more complicated, and these ones are completely hassle-free. And they come in beautiful colors. Now, the difference between the Neocolor 1 and the Neocolor 2 is that the Neocolor 1 is water resistant and the Neocolor 2 is water soluble. The formulation is very similar, almost identical. I would say the Neocolor 2s are slightly softer and they come in a much bigger range of colors. And they are a lot more popular. I prefer the Neocolor 1. That's just how I like to use them, but I also use the Neocolor 2 because some colors just don't exist in the Neocolor 1 range. And these come in all kinds of sets. So whatever you decide, just make sure you're getting the right type, you know, 1 or 2. If you're getting this for someone that, you know, that is kind of like a mixed media, I would probably say go for the Neocolor 2 because they are more versatile with that water-soluble quality of them. And I would say all the sets are lovely. It just depends on your budget. These are not cheap, but they are beautiful. And they last a really long time. They're just like one of my ride or die supplies, something that I would immediately go out and buy if somehow, you know, I lost all of my art supplies. This would be, you know, this and a set of watercolors would be first on my list. This is the dream. This is just the most beautiful set. Here, I think you have all of the colors in the range. So this is a Neocolor 2. As I mentioned, you get, as you can see, this, I would love to have this. Now, I handpicked all the colors that I like, and I definitely think there are a few colors here that are redundant, but if someone brought this to me as a gift, I wouldn't hate them. And you can see the price tag is quite high, but I don't know if you can get some sort of sale, some sort of coupons, some kind of, you know, sale magic, get a good deal. This is just, and I think this is one, I think these pastels are one of these like unicorns in the art world that everyone loves these. I haven't seen anyone not love these. So this is to me a very easy recommendation. And of course, if your budget doesn't allow you to spend over $200 on a set of crayons, then you can get a smaller set. But you know, there are even like these small sets of like 15 in a metal box. They cost $34, and they're just beautiful. So I wanted to mention these. Now let's talk about pencils. Here we are. These, the Derwent colored drawing pencils. This is how the tin looks like. Derwent has a ton of pencils. This is my personal favorite formula. The color range, as you can see, as far as I know, these I think are all the colors that they have in this range. You can see this is a very muted color palette. Now I know for many people this is perfection. They don't need anything more. And I do think the colors here are beautiful. There are a couple that are quite similar, but you know, like a few of like this, yeah, you know, similar, a couple of like browns, but they have this very thick lead and they are super soft, and the black one is amazing. You can buy these also open stock at, I think, most of like major art supplies shops. So if you just want to try the formulation, grab the black one. It's amazing, and it is super black, super soft, really layers beautifully on top of other materials. And oh, there we can see. So the ivory black is my favorite. Like if I had to just have one, that's what I would choose. But they have a few other really beautiful colors like Mars Violet. And then it's just, it's a specific color palette, but it is very, very beautiful. So this is a set of pencils I would definitely consider. You know, package wise, everyone loves to get like sets of stuff. I wouldn't say this is particularly exciting or attractive, but these pencils are just beautiful. And then if I also wanted to make someone very happy, I would get them a set of Prismacolors. Prismacolors, they come in a ton of different sizes, so you can really choose what fits your budget. If you can afford it, I would get the large set. So this one has 132. I think there is one more that is bigger than this with 150. I don't know if that one is still available, but there is really something about Prismacolors besides their formula, which I personally love. Again, I prefer soft pencils. They're very soft. Something about color, they do color like no one else. I've compared these. I have the full set of the polychromos from Faber-Castell, which are considered, I think, the gold standard of like coloring pencils, oil pencils. These are more on the waxy side, the Prismacolors, but every time I compare my polychromos with my Prismacolors, hands down, I prefer the Prismacolors. They are always more intense. The color is always more intense and more beautiful. And it's not even just about intensity. Even their kind of more muted colors, softer colors, they just do colors beautifully. Now, if you go online and look for reviews, you will find a lot of bad reviews. And even though actually, you know, now looking at kind of the reviews here, this is actually really, really good. But you will find a lot of complaints about the quality. All I can tell you is from my personal experience, and I know a lot of people that come to my channel and leave me comments, I love these. I have other pencils that are considered top of the line. Yes, these are softer, so they might break a little bit more. You have to be careful. You shouldn't like sharpen them to a very fine tip because the lead is softer, but I haven't had any particular issues with these. All I had is joy. I've had my set for years and years now. I absolutely love it. And this is just, there are so many pencils out there. I know I haven't tried them all. I'm sure there are other great options, but this one I can tell you that it is amazing, fantastic. Colors are glorious. And again, you will have very happy people in your life if you bring them such a set. This really lasts you for years and years and years. And if your budget doesn't allow you to spend $100 on a set of pencils, you have more affordable options on the cheaper sets. Next, I want to mention a couple of American brands, so made in the US, because I know actually most of you are from US or North America, and so I definitely wanted to highlight some options that are more local to you. And the first one I want to mention, this is more of something on my wish list because I haven't been personally able to try this, but I would love to. It's just with shipping costs and also my fear of becoming dependent on a brand that is not local to me, I don't know if it's the best choice for me, but for many of you, you might be interested in this paint. And what I recommend, if you're not familiar with it or you feel kind of overwhelmed with all the choices, they have these bundles, and they have the Novacolor bundles and the artist curated bundles. And you might know Betty Franks from YouTube. She's a fantastic artist, paints mostly abstract, and her use of color is beautiful. And she has this bundle that you can get, and I think now they have 25% off. So you can buy the smaller jars or the larger jars, and it's supposed to be really high quality paint. Again, I haven't tried it myself, but I keep, you can see, kind of doing fantasy shopping. Another bundle that caught my eye is the Goop Masta, I want to say, which also his colors really speak to me. So you can see this is a larger bundle. I don't know if I need this steel. Of course, you can kind of curate your own bundle, but this is a kind of an easier way to avoid overwhelm. So I wanted to mention this. If you've tried these paints, then, please tell us more about it in the comments. I've heard a lot of good things about them. True, mostly from artists that have kind of this affiliate bundle. But it seems to be a brand that really speaks to artists. I think especially if you are, I think they are in California, or if you're in the US and you really want to support a local brand. It really seems to be something geared toward artists, and they have also mediums, and they also have like really big containers. So, if you use a lot of paint, this seems to be a really high quality and economical option. So this is something I want to mention. Again, I don't have, sadly, personal experience with it, but I would love to. And then the other brand that I want to mention is the Vinci paint, which I've tried. Finally, I've tried it this year, and I have a couple of additions to my palette that I really think are superstars. But what I want to say, if you're in the US, if you want like a go-to brand that is local to you, I think between Daniel Smith and Vinci paint, you are set. And the Vinci paint it's beautiful paint, very high quality. The ones that I've tried, and I've tried quite a range now, and they are incredibly economical. And what I love about them, besides the great colors, is that you can get really big tubes. That is such an advantage. It's so nice and economical, and it's really just nice to have this option. And as you can see, again, like other brands, I love that they do this. You have here sets that are curated by artists. And here, for example, this set caught my eye because the colors are very, very my kind of colors. And you can see that you get these full pans of certain colors and then half pans of others. So if this kind of speaks to you, this is a great option. Again, because this is a gift guide, I definitely recommend, sets. I think they're just more exciting. The one that I have tried and I think it's beautiful is the Denise's Earth Friendly Da Vinci watercolor palette. This is a 24 half pan set, and this again would be a great kind of starter set. It has beautiful colors, very, very versatile, and still very beautiful. You can see the price tag. It's quite standard for 24 half pans to be around the $100 mark. Environmentally friendly pigments is something that is important to you, or you're gifting this to someone that is very conscious about the environment, or this is something that is very important to them, then I think they would appreciate the selection of pigments in this set. In general, if you're shopping for a beginner, I definitely recommend getting a full pan or half pan set as opposed to tubes. Tubes are a little bit more intimidating. You kind of have to set your palette by yourself. If you want beautiful watercolors and you're in the US or you want to try a US brand, then Da Vinci is definitely my kind of rising star for 2023. Let's move on to my next recommendation, and I'm very excited to see that the next restock is on November 26th, so hopefully this video will be up before that. If you missed this, they usually do a restock every month, and in between you can't buy anything on their website, so make sure you sign up for their updates. This website is from Italy, and I think that everything they sell is made in Italy. The watercolors I haven't tried. I've heard good things about them. They look glorious. They look beautiful. If you have someone in your life that, loves everything Italian, I would say like something like this would be such a beautiful gift. As you can see, the price tag is very impressive. This is double what that, for example, that Sennelier set would cost you. And honestly, I can't tell you if it's worth the extra splurge. This huge set costs 330 euros, so that would be even more in dollars. Make your own decisions. They look beautiful. What I want to highlight is something that I have tried and love and have recommended before. They have all kinds of goodies, so if you like the vibe of this, then definitely check them out. But what I want to recommend are their brush collections, and I have a couple of these, and I also gifted one of these because I thought they were so beautiful. And you can see this is artisan paintbrush rolls, handmade in Assisi, where the store is, and then the brushes are from Tintoretto, which is another Italian brand that has really beautiful brushes that are quite affordable. So you can choose kind of the color that you want, and these are very nice. I got for myself this set because it just has some options to it, and I really loved the different kind of brushes. This one is one of my favorites and I use it all the time, and this one is also beautiful, and then the others are great too, but these two that I mentioned are like my absolute favorite. And then they also have, so that is a beautiful choice. They also have these sets that are with like travel brushes, and I have the small, which set do I have? I have this set with this series, the 1337, and I love them. They are very small, so take that under consideration when you're looking at the website. Maybe check exactly the sizes. They're quite tiny, but very delicate. But the number 8 is a good size, and the quality is beautiful, and this is a very, very travel friendly choice. The last thing I want to mention today in the gift guide is from Artsy. And this is, again, something that is more on my wish list because I don't have one of these. But this year I did start buying kind of custom made linen clothes. And apparently it seems that Latvia is a linen empire. Now, the lovely thing here is that this is, it's a natural fabric. I bought from a shop called Not Perfect Linen, and I think just the quality of the clothes is amazing. These are pricey, but these are like small companies and things are made to order. So it's a very environmentally friendly way of shopping for clothes. Yes, the price tag is higher, but maybe you can just be inspired by this and shop somewhere that fits your budget. I just love these, and I think at some point I will order one for myself. I have been having problems with deciding on a color. I like the salmon, I like the taffy pink, the dusty rose is also pretty, and there are a lot of options from different shops, and you can really just choose your color. And I think these are beautiful for the kitchen or for your art studio. And again, these are the colors. There are quite a few brands that offer this, and there are different, cuts and shapes. This one looks a bit more like a dress. Let's see their colors. Yeah, this is a different store. This is from the United States. So I see a few more US shops kind of also doing this. You can use filters. So when I shop on Etsy, I usually prefer to buy from European shops just because it's more local to me and I can save on shipping and customs. There's no customs. So you can filter the location of the shop and you can see they come in different shapes, but I love the whole concept of this without the tie in the back, which a lot of like the aprons that I'm familiar with have. So you can choose, look at this, like you can choose exactly the color that you want and the size that you want. And I think this is a beautiful gift for an artist or, you know, also someone that just loves to cook. Yeah, if someone sent me this, I would be super happy. I don't know which color I would want, but I just think these are beautiful and are such a useful gift. So I thought I would mention it. And this is it for this year's gift guide. I will be doing more videos about my absolute, you know, superstars of the year. I love making those videos and I hope you feel inspired. I hope you find some great gifts for the artists in your life, or, you know, add things to your wish list that you're hoping to get from your loved ones. Let me know in the comments what you think. I would love to also get more suggestions for the gift guides. A lot of people read the comments and get more information there. I'm just one person with, you know, just my experience and my opinions. And so it's always great to have more input and more opinions. I will see you soon in another video. Take care. Bye bye.